Feliz año. Feliz año nuevo. Happy New Year. Can you say that back to me? Muy bien. So welcome to our first Spanish lesson of 2021. And this is also our first video lesson as well. Now today's lesson is for all Key Stage 2 year groups, Year 3, Year 4, Year 5 and Year 6. And then from next week, there'll be a video lesson for each year group. So Year 3 will have their own video lesson, Year 4 will have their own video lesson, Year 5 will have their own, and Year 6 will have their own. You don't need anything for today's video lesson until right to the end, and then you may need some equipment. So let's get started. We're going to start off by recapping on some questions and answers that we learned right at the beginning of Year 3 and we learn all the way throughout school. So I'm just going to share my flip chart with you. And here it is on the screen. So our first question, how would you ask somebody, how are you? That's right, ¿qué tal? So remember, this is my turn, this is your turn. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? Let's say it together. ¿Qué tal? That's right, that means how are you? Now there's 4 different ways of replying back to this question. You could be feeling muy bien, very well. You could be feeling bien, well. You could be feeling regular, okay. Or you could be feeling mal, which is bad. So let's say these together. Muy bien, bien, regular, mal. Okay, you have a go on your own. Muy bien. So I'm going to ask you the question now, and you can reply back depending on how you're feeling right now. ¿Qué tal? Muy bien. Can you ask me that question now? Muy bien. I'm feeling really well, really happy. That's our first question. Let's move on to the next question. How would you ask somebody, what is your name? Right. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? Let's say it together. ¿Cómo te llamas? Now there are 2 ways of responding back to this question. Can you think of one way? That's right. Me llamo, that means my name is. Me llamo. Can you respond back with your Spanish name? So if your Spanish name is David, you would say Me llamo David. If your Spanish name is Maria, you would say Me llamo Maria. You have a go now. Muy bien. Now there's an alternative way of responding to that question. You could use me llamo or you could use something else. Can you remember the alternative? Yo soy. Yo soy. That means I am. So you could say yo soy David or yo soy Maria. I'm going to ask you the question now. ¿Cómo te llamas? And you reply. Muy bien. You ask me the question now. Me llamo Miss Catra. Muy bien. That's 2 questions done. Let's move on to our third question. This involves some numbers. So let's recap on our numbers from 1 to 12. Let's say them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have a go on your own now. Muy bien. How would you ask someone the question, how old are you? That's right. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Repeat after me. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Let's say it together. ¿Cuántos años tienes? And how would you respond back to that question? That's right. Tengo, and then the number always goes in the middle, then años. So if you were 7 years old, you would say, tengo 7 años. If you were 11 years old, what would you say? Tengo 11 años. I'm going to ask you that question now, and you need to respond back with your age. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Muy bien. Can you ask me the question now? Tengo 8 años. So I made up my age there. How old did I say that I am? That's right. I pretended I was 8 years old. Our next question. The 3 questions that we've got now, these are just for year 4, year 5 and year 6. We haven't started this learning in year 3 yet. So our first one is all about colours. Let's recap on our 11 colours in Spanish. Say it with me. Rojo, azul, verde, amarillo, naranja, rosa, morado, marrón, gris, negro. You have a go on your own. And if you'd like to practice that some more, just pause the video and have another go. How would you ask somebody what is your favourite colour? That's right. ¿Cuál es tu color favorito? Repeat after me. ¿Cuál es tu color favorito? Let's say it together. ¿Cuál es tu color favorito? And how would you respond back to that question? How would you say my favourite colour is? That's right. Mi color favorito es el. Let's say it together. Mi color favorito es el. If I want to say my favourite colour is blue, how would I say that? Mi color favorito es el azul. How would you say my favourite colour is purple? Mi color favorito es el morado. I'm going to ask you this question now and you respond back with your favourite colour. ¿Cuál es tu color favorito? Muy bien. Ask me the question now. Mi color favorito es el morado. So which is my favourite colour? That's right, it is morado. Muy bien. Our next question for year 3, year 4, not for year 3, just for year 4, year 5 and year 6. It's all about the days of the week. So say these with me. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. You have a go on your own now. Muy bien. Now this is very similar to the colours question. How would you ask somebody which is your favourite day of the week? That's right. ¿Cuál es tu día favorito? And how would you reply back to that question? That's right. Mi día favorito es el. So let's say that question and answer together. ¿Cuál es tu día favorito? And let's reply. Mi día favorito es el. So if I want to say my favourite day of the week is Friday, how would I put that together? Mi día favorito es el viernes. I'm going to ask you this question now, and if you can respond back with your favourite day of the week. ¿Cuál es tu día favorito? Muy bien. Can you ask me the question now? Mi día favorito es el sábado. So my favourite day of the week is Saturday, that's right. Muy bien. Our final question for year 4, 5 and year 6. This is all about food and drink. How would you ask somebody, do you like? You've done this with food and you've done this with hobbies before. Do you like? That's right. Te gusta. Te gusta. Muy bien. Let's say it together. Te gusta. Remember, if it's more than one, if you're talking about more than one food or drink item, te gusta becomes te gustan. That's right, because our noun is plural, so our verb has to become plural as well. If you want to say, yes, I like something, or no, you dislike something, how would you say that? That's right. Sí me gusta, yes, I like something. No, no me gusta, no, I dislike something. Let's say these together. Sí me gusta, no, no me gusta. Let's recap on our food and drink. Let's say these together. El helado, el chocolate, el queso, la Coca-Cola, la limonada, el jamón, las fresas, la pizza. So if I want to ask the question, do you like Coke? How would I ask that? That's right. ¿Te gusta la Coca-Cola or te gusta la cola? And how would I say, no, I don't like Coke? That's right. No, no me gusta la Coca-Cola or la cola. How would I say, do you like chocolate? That's right. ¿Te gusta el chocolate? And how would I say, yes, I like chocolate? That's right. Sí, me gusta el chocolate. Can you have a practice now? Maybe you'd like to choose another food and drink item. Muy bien. So that's the end of our recap on our previous learning. We are going to look at a culture quiz now. The teacher is called Irene and she is going to ask you some questions about different things in Spain. So if you just can have a go, if you want to pause it, you can do. So I'm going to just stop sharing the flip chart. And I'm now going to share this video, which is on YouTube. Okay, and it is just coming up now.
Oh, hola, hola. Es Irene en casa y esto es... Today, I'm going to ask you 5 questions about Spain, its culture, and Spanish. Are we ready? Let's go with the first one. How many colors are there on the Spanish flag? Which ones? Correcto. La bandera española tiene 2 colores, rojo y amarillo. Next. In how many countries Spanish is the official language? A. 20. B. 30, C. 40. El español es lengua oficial en 20 países, entre ellos México, Argentina y Colombia. Número 3. Where is the highest mountain in Spain? A. Madrid, B. Tenerife, C. Murcia. La respuesta correcta es la B, en Tenerife. ¿Sabíais que el Teide de hecho no es una montaña? Es un volcán. Siguiente. Who was Miguel de Cervantes? A. A famous dancer. B. A talented writer. Or C. The creator of the modern cuisine. De nuevo, la respuesta correcta es la opción B. Es el escritor más famoso en español. Súper famoso. Cervantes es a la literatura española lo que Shakespeare es a la literatura en inglés, el mejor. En un lugar de la Mancha de cuyo nombre no quiero acordarme, Miguel de Cervantes a tope, top. Última pregunta, mi favorita. Which of these sauces is from Spain? A. Mayonnaise, B. ketchup, C, mustard. Y la respuesta correcta es la opción A, la mayonesa. I didn't know it, no lo sabía. La palabra mayonesa o mahonesa procede de la palabra Mahón, que es una ciudad en la isla de Menorca. Amazing. Y estas han sido las 5 preguntas de hoy. ¡Hasta luego!
Well, I hope you managed to get some of those questions answered correctly. So we're going to go back to the flip chart. So let me just reshare that with you again. So some of you may have looked at this already. I have designed a virtual classroom for each year group. This is the year 3 one, year 4, year 5 and year 6. So the links to these virtual classrooms will be on the blog, and I will also email them to your teachers in school. So if you're in school, you can access them there, and if you're at home, you can access them there. So for example, let's look at the year 3 one. On the whiteboard, we've got some quizzes. So you just click on this and it will take you to some quizzes I've created on the internet. If you click on some of the pictures, you will be taken to songs that you can practice. The same on the year 4 and the year 5 and year 6. So you can just recap on that learning. You might spend 5 minutes looking at this, you might spend 15 minutes looking at it. You can come back to it another time. Okay, so moving on, we're just going to take a break from all of our learning, and we're going to do some mindfulness. And I know that you have done some mindfulness before. A couple of instructions in our video. When it asks you to inspira, that means to inhale, to breathe in. And when it says expira, you need to exhale, you need to breathe out. So I'm going to say it and you just either breathe in or breathe out. Inspira. So that's right, you breathe in. Expira. That's right, you exhale, you breathe out. Muy bien. So I'm going to just go back now and I'm going to share a new YouTube clip with you.
Hola a todos. Today we practice mindfulness. ¿Qué colores ves? Verde, azul, blanco, marrón. Let's breathe. Keep your eyes open so you can look at the flowers moving. Imagine that you're lying on the grass looking at them, looking at the sky. When I say inspira, slowly breathe in. And when I say expira, slowly breathe out. Inspira, expira. Inspira, expira. Inspira, expira. Bien hecho. Hasta pronto. Hola a todos. Today
Well, I feel really calm and relaxed after that mindfulness session. I hope you do too. So we are going to move on now. Go to reshare the flip charts. And we're going to finish off with an activity for each year group. So the first activity is for year 3. So you're going to have a go at saying these words and phrases in Spanish, which we've done before in school, and working out what they mean, and then see if you can have a conversation with somebody at home. So practice with me. Hola, buenos días, buenas tardes, ¿qué tal? Muy bien, bien, regular, mal, ¿cómo te llamas? Me llamo, yo soy. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Tengo años. ¿Y tú? Gracias. Hasta luego. Adiós. Our next activity, this is for year 4. So you're going to recap on your parts of the body learning. Say these with me. Unos dientes, una boca, unos ojos, unas orejas, una nariz, el pelo, una cabeza, la pierna, la rodilla, el estómago, el pie, el hombro, el brazo, la mano. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to find a huge piece of paper, so some wrapping paper or maybe some cardboard from a box. I'd like you to lie down. I'd like somebody to draw around you, so drawing an outline of you around your whole body, and then using these words, can you label the different parts of your body? A bit like how it's been done here, but this is in English. You're going to have a go at doing it in Spanish. Our next activity, this is for year 5, and we've been looking at places in the town. So read these with me. Un mercado, una tienda, un banco, un supermercado, una catedral, una oficina de correos, una plaza, un café, una tienda de ropa. I'd like you to work out what these mean, so put these into English. If you want to pause the video and just have a bit more practice, you can do. Then I'd like you to create a map of your local area, so just where you live. If there isn't anything near you, you might have to do a slightly bigger and larger map. And you can just label some things that are near you. So if you live near a Tesco, you could draw un supermercado, a supermarket, on your map. If you live near a shop, any kind of shop, una tienda, you could label that on your map. And if you want to send these through to your class teachers, you can email them. I'd love to see some of your maps of your local area in Spanish. Our final activity, this activity is for year 6. So year 6, you are going to read the short paragraph in Spanish. You're going to put it into English. So read it with me. Hola, me llamo Ben. Tengo 10 años. El uniforme del colegio es pantalón negro, jersey azul y camisa blanca. Me gusta el azul, es fabuloso, pero no me gusta llevar uniforme. So you might want to pause it, read it again, put it into English, and then can you have a go at writing some sentences in Spanish about yourself? Use this as a guide. You can write about school uniform. You could include some information about your favourite colour and your favourite day of the week. You can write it down, or maybe somebody could film you saying these things. And again, if you could send it into school, I'd love to see some of your videos and some of your written learning. Okay. So it's been really lovely to do this online video today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have a go at that differentiator task at the end, and I look forward to seeing your learning, and I will see you again next week. For now, adios.